everyone, it's Darksticker here again. Welcome back for another video. Now, before we get into today's video, I just wanted to say that there is a giveaway that I'll be doing very soon. The Saviors of Uldum pre-order will be up for grabs, so please read the video description to find out how to enter the giveaway. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, I'm back from holiday. I'm back ready, re-energized, for playing some more Wild Mode, and today we are playing Duwin's 9 Lives Hunter deck. This is a deck that runs Barnes, Y'Shaarj, Sylvanas, mimicking Big Priest almost, but not quite. 9 Lives Hunter then. This graphic that you can see on your screen is courtesy of a friend of mine on Twitter, Nate Wolfe HS, who has done a phenomenal job of summarising this deck, indicating what the core cards are and indicating what the deck variations are. Let's break this down then. So Nate Wolfe goes into some detail here about how the deck works. It's a Spell Hunter shell. You've got Master's Call that can find you Barnes. Barnes will then summon Sylvanas or Y'Shaarj. That's the basic plan. You can then play or cast Play Dead on Sylvanas, stealing an opponent's minion. You can then play 9 lives and trigger the Sylvanas Death Rattle again, get a copy of Sylvanas back to hand, and then of course Deathstalker Rexxar for that unlimited Zombie Beast value, and let's not forget Zul'jin to recast your spells. Now, Nate Wolfe has also very helpfully summarised the different decks that are out there. 4 different decks that are seeing play. I played the deck on the far right, the Solemn deck, to get to rank 2, whilst I was on holiday in my hotel room. Since I've come back from holiday, I've been playing the Duwin deck on the left-hand side. And notice that the Duwin deck has 2 copies of Explosive Trap, which I think is good if you're facing a lot of aggro. The Duwin deck also has Lesser Emerald Spellstone, which it makes sense, right? Because you're playing a reasonable number of secrets in this deck. So Lesser Emerald Spellstone can provide you with a little bit of added pressure. 4 wolves coming down onto the board is still pretty strong, right? So all in all, I think all 4 of these decks are effective. 3 of them play Zul'jin, 1 doesn't. If you're lucky enough to get Barnes on 4, you're in a good spot. Alternatively, a Death Lord can bring out Y'Shaarj, who needs Barnes. So this is our first highlight against a Control Warrior, or an odd Control Warrior. And in a situation like this, you'd think that having Y'Shaarj down on the board is pretty strong. Well, Control Warriors have a lot of tools to deal with big threats and big minions. They have Shield Slams, they have Brawls. So, in this case, Y'Shaarj bringing out Barnes, wrong order.
This time for sure.
And my opponent plays Tink Master Overspark. This is brilliant. He's bringing back cards that I haven't seen played for a very long time. Now I understand why he's playing that card. It's a good tech against Big Priest, perhaps. I mean, you hope they get the Squirrel and not Devil Soul. There you go, Cold-Eyed Oracle, looking to mill us here. Very smart. And when you're getting milled, you're always really scared, because you're hoping Sylvanas, Barnes, Y'Shaarj, Deathstalker Rexxar, Zul'jin, those are cards you do not want to mill. And so far, in this game, I got pretty lucky in terms of what was being milled. I was also able to play Rexxar on 6, so I was getting Zombie Beast value. Another Cold-Eyed Oracle. Feels bad. And as this game would go on, my strategy would be to outvalue him with Zombie Beasts. That was my win condition. 9 lives milled, unfortunate. And another Cold-Eyed Oracle. And as we head into probably the last few turns of this game, because we're both going to be hitting fatigue soon, and thankfully his armor count isn't as high as it normally would be. We've managed to keep that under control.
I will silence their screams.
And Baku here is a pretty substantial threat, which we can't immediately deal with. We have an explosive trap in play though, and therefore a good chunk of his board is going to die. And I want to maximise the amount of his board that does die from the explosive trap. So I guess we can use our weapon here, we can use our minion, we can rush into something. The question is, what do we rush into?
I have no time for games.
Lots of choices here, potentially, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. We'll leave the 2 health and the 1 health minions on the board alongside Baku. So if he goes face, 3/4 of his board dies. Sylvanas is just a problem. She's sitting on the board. She has to be dealt with. Unless he has a silence effect, it's going to be very, very awkward to deal with Sylvanas. Because at this rate, I assume that I'm guaranteed to steal something, potentially. And ideally we want to steal Baku, but we're not that lucky. No one's ever that lucky. Okay, smart plays here. He's going as wide as he can on the board because he's about to kill Sylvanas. How interesting. Okay, I take back what I said. Clearly, clearly I am that lucky. We steal Baku. And that is incredible. He's having to trade into Baku. And he ran out of time? Yeah, he ran out of time. Oh, I feel so sorry for him. So we're out of cards now. We're going to have to rely on the zombie beast value to see us through this game.
Slay them!
Oh wow, we go from a 3 health Baku to a 14 health beast. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, he's going to struggle to deal with 14 health. And, okay, we see a ball here. That's good for him. Our 14 health minion is now gone. But there's only so much removal in his deck. And I have this unlimited stream of beasts. The only thing that's going to kill us or screw us over at this rate will be fatigue. But we can get beasts with lifesteal. So maybe we shouldn't be too concerned. And now he's reacting to the threats that I'm playing. We're in the driving seat. He's in the back seat. Feels pretty good. That can't be targeted. And now he's out of cards. So at this point, I'd expect Elysiana to come down. Right, she costs 9, so she can be played in Odd Warrior. And you'd expect it, so he refills his deck. And then he's got a fighting chance of beating me through the fatigue game, depending on the cards that Elysiana offers him. he decides to take advantage of the Discover Mech effect, which is fair enough. Okay. We may as well take that. It's a shame it doesn't have Divine Shield on it anymore. But it's a 7/7. It'll do. So we've seen Brawl here. We feel pretty safe.
Thank you.
I can't remember if there was another Brawl played earlier in the game. But he's nearly dead, and he's taking fatigue damage. If he has Elysiana in hand... Oh, there's a second Brawl. If he has Elysiana in hand, he may never get a chance to play her if I can keep putting threats onto this board. Because he's going to have to react to my threats. He's going to have to play defensively. And that doesn't seem enough. Assume he can't kill this tank here. No, but he's doing everything he can to weaken it. Okay, 3 fatigue damage. It's fine. Because we're just going to push. We're just going to push 14 here. Okay, so he should be dead next turn, in theory. If he plays a taunt, we have Sylvanas play dead. Alternatively, the Corpse Widow can charge as well, so that's pertinent.
Okay then.
And there is a weaponized Pinata. Slizzle466, if you're watching this, my opponent just played a Pinata, and on that basis alone, I should probably let him win. I should probably let him win, just out of respect. Okay, gets the lifesteal effect.
Battle detected.
Okay. Do you know what? I quite fancy stealing that Pinata. I quite fancy having a Pinata of my own. I mean, it's got lifesteal. It's going to help with fatigue. No time for games. And do we get lucky? Do we get lucky? Yes, we do. So it seems that whenever I play a Duwin deck, I just have insane luck. Everything just seems to go right for me. Wow, what a game. An incredibly lengthy game, so we only saw the highlights. But what a fun game. Okay, going up against a Mage, and we have Barnes in hand. That feels really, really good. I always wonder with the mulligans, when you see Barnes in hand, do you want to throw anything away? Because there is that risk that you draw Sylvanas in hand or Yashraj. Do you just want to keep whatever else is in hand just to minimize the chances of drawing Sylvanas and Yashraj? Okay, he's played the quest, so we know what's coming. And Snipe, I think, is really good in this deck. It deals with Flame Wakers, it deals with Sorcerer's Apprentices. You'll have to think twice before playing a minion.
Tonight, a tale of glorious redemption.
Yeah, game over. That feels really good. Okay, so the Duwin 9 Lives Hunter deck. Really fun deck to play, really versatile. Barnes into Yashraj is often game over if you pull Yashraj from Yashraj, if that makes any sense. Barnes into Sylvanas, I've found on turn 4 isn't always great because they may be able to deal with the 1-1 Sylvanas quite easily, although it does set up 9 lives for later on. Barnes into Sylvanas I find is better on later turns, maybe when your opponent has something substantial on the board already and then has a really awkward time trying to deal with the 1-1 Sylvanas out of fear of losing one of their big threats. You saw in this video that Deathstalker Rexar is still amazing and is not to be underestimated. That, I believe, is still the strongest card in the deck when facing sort of other control decks in long games. You did not get to see Zul'jin played in this video, but the value from Zul'jin in terms of getting your secrets replayed, animal companions replayed, 9 lives replayed, potentially stealing something big, flanking strike, spellstone, unleash the beast. There is a lot of value that Zul'jin can offer you in this deck. So just another great tool to play with. So thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you to Nate Wolfe for the awesome graphic at the start of the video, summarising this deck, summarising how it works, and summarising all of the decks that are in play at the moment. You can get links or deck codes, sorry, for those decks by looking at Nate Wolfe's Twitter account, and I will put a link to that in the video description below. Also, don't forget to enter yourselves into the giveaway that will be happening very, very shortly. This is to celebrate the release of the next Hearthstone expansion, Saviors of Uldum, and I will be giving away one of the pre-orders. So read the description below for instructions on how to enter that giveaway. So, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun.